guys, it's Sharon from Lovely Lux, and today I'm going to be doing one of my most requested videos, and funnily enough it's completely not makeup related, which is rather hilarious. I've had so many people since even before I started Instagram, even before I started YouTube, that have asked me about my curls. So many of my friends have asked me to do this video. I've caved. I'm finally going to film how I go about doing my curls. Things that you'll need: some hair, check. Hairbrush, check. Heat protectant, check. Hair straightener, check. Now I have a GHD. I've already turned this on. With GHDs, they only have one heat setting. So as far as what the correct temperature to use, I have no idea. Whatever this goes to is what I use it as. I don't have a choice, and hopefully it's not killing my hair too much. So what I would recommend is just brushing your hair through at first. I wash my hair, wait till the next day when it's completely dry, and then curl my hair. Obviously it's already been curled. This is probably like, I'd say, 2-day-old hair. Most of the curl has dropped out, so it's in perfect shape for recurling. I have already put in my heat protectant. I probably would do that about 10 or 15 minutes before I plan to actually curl it, just because I like the product to have absorbed in. I prefer a really deep part, and I do prefer to make sure that my part is quite straight. You can see all my routage in all of its glory. Then what I do is I split it straight down the middle at the back. So that's just to create a little bit more evenness when I'm doing the curl, just so I don't have so much hair all on one side. And then I'm just gonna brush it through. Same with this, and I can probably get my hair done in about 20 minutes, or maybe even less than that if I'm in a real rush. I like to start on the thicker side, so the side with more hair. Normally I would start at the back and just start grabbing sections, but for demonstration purposes is grab a nice big section, not too wide, so that's a pretty decent chunk. So I get it sideways, get the hair straightener from the top, put it in, and then I flip it, okay, and then I pull it further up, and then I drag it through. Okay, so put it in, flip it, and then I drag it through, and I always make sure that my ends are nice and straight. Okay, and then you get your curl. So I'm just going to go through and do my whole head, and I'll speed it up so you guys can see. But I work from the back to the front, always working from the back to the front. So put it in, flip it, drag it through, and I try to make it a fairly smooth way through. I don't try and hold it too much, because otherwise it'll be a bit of a choppy, chunky curl. I want it to be a nice, smooth curl. So right here I'm grabbing this whole like corner section, and we're up to like the little baby hairs here. So because it's quite thin here, so I want a nice section just to like really tie this hair in with the rest of it. If you find that you do it and the end of the hair seems like not very well formed, I'll just go back through and just really get that very end. With this kind of style, you really want the tip of your hair, so the very ends of your hair, to be part of the curl. It's going to make it look much neater, much more perfected. Okay, so with these front sections, I'm just gonna like brush them out so that they're facing the shape that I want them to. So we want this part nice and smooth. So I'm going to divide this into two sections, this front bit here. making sure they're fairly even. And I want to make sure that I'm still keeping this laid down flat. Okay, so when I'm bringing it down, I want the curl to go under and then drag that through. Okay, just so it's sitting very nicely. And then this bit again. So I'm taking it down, laying it flat, flipping it behind, making sure it's parallel, and then dragging that through. Okay, so it gives that nice wave. Alright, and if you feel like it isn't enough, you can always go back in make sure it's nice and parallel and drag that curl right through the very end. Okay, so you want like nice bouncy curls, and you can see how much shorter my hair looks now that it's got more curl in. Like you can really, if I go like this, you can see how much bounce it really has. And I can see there's this like bit here, it doesn't seem to be as bouncy or as curly as the other part. So if I notice something like that, I will go back in and redo it. Also, I want them to be quite, I don't know, I guess similar, so that when I brush them out, I have a nice wave and they're looking very uniform. Okay, so got that bounce back. So what I'll do is I'll just flop that behind my shoulder, and I'll always do the heavier side first because that's the side that I really need to hold the wave. Now with this left side, depending on how you want it, so you may see in all my other tutorials I like it side swept. Being that I like it side swept, I want this curl to be facing inwards. Why is that? Because this curl is facing outwards. So when I bring it over my shoulder, I want them all facing the same way. If I were to be wearing my hair where this side was in front, I would definitely curl it back because I want my hair to be out of my face. If you're like me, you want to wear it side swept, whichever side you use the heavier. So say for example, I had the split instead of on this side, I would have this side fanning out and this side fanning in to create that uniformity, and you'll see when I brush it out why. So I'll show you how I do the curl on this side. Just grabbing a chunk, okay, just to show you as an example how I do it. I'm gonna bring it down from the top. So being that I'm right-handed, I have this in my right hand still, and I have it facing the other way. Then I'm gonna flip it back, okay? Because I'm flipping it back, it's bringing the front end forward, and I drag it towards the front of my face. Be careful not to burn your face. I've done that, it hurts like a bitch. So flipping it, dragging it through, and you get a nice beautiful bouncy curl. Once again, I'm going to go from the back to the front because that's the way I prefer to do it. I feel like the curls turn out nicer, it's more even, and it's quicker to do that way. So going in, flipping it forward, and dragging it through. Okay, so you can see how nice that's forming already. The other reason why I do this side first is because if I run out of time, I can do a real dodge job of this side and it doesn't matter. As I'm getting towards the front, just give it a bit of a brush to make sure it's nice and smooth. Same with these front two sections again. Brush it through, make sure it's nice and straight. Divide it in half. Okay, probably needs to go a little bit further back just so that the sections feel even. And then this final section, so make sure I capture all these tiny little baby hairs just so that they're nice and uniform and neat, and then drag that through. Now I would leave this until I do my makeup. I'm going to leave them to cool. I would not brush them through until I have done my makeup. Everything is completely done so that they can set. It is an incredibly important step. Do not skip this. So I'll be back in 10 to 20 minutes. Okay guys, so it has been about 10 minutes. So yeah, normally I leave it as long as I can, but so what I do is I just run my fingers through just to break up the curls a little bit. And then what I will do is start combing it through. So I normally start from the front and brush that through. You can see that the curls are already starting to get quite uniform. For this side, I go from the underside, and just to really run that brush through to sort of break up the curl. What I then do is bring this side of my hair, brush it down and bring it on over to the side which is heavier, which is the side that I prefer. I prefer wearing my hair on one side. I feel like it frames this side of my face quite nicely. So what I then will do is just go back over it and start to move that wave back in with the rest of the hair. Okay, so you can see it's already starting to get that bit of a wave look. What I will do is if I find that I just don't have enough volume, I'll break this up into sections right down the middle of my hair, just before my widow's peak. Go in, stick it straight up and tease it a little. Okay, flip it over, get the next section. Obviously this is going to look a lot nicer if I didn't have my retouche at the moment, but I'm holding out because my birthday is coming up and I want to have beautiful hair for my birthday. So I'm just teasing that, flip that over a little bit. I will definitely do this section here because it does create a nice lift. Okay, just smoothing those bits there so you can see it's created like a little bit of volume there. Okay, flip this back over and then just gently brush it just to make it a bit neater, and then I will hold the section that we've teased. Oh, I didn't do that very well, did I? So I'll hold the section that I've just teased and then brush the rest through. You can just sort of play with it a little bit to get it sitting how you want, but usually with doing that it looks pretty nice. I don't really have to do much else to it. Usually I can sleep on it so that when I'm sleeping I'm on my right side, my hair lays flat like this. I am an incredibly fortunate person. I do not need to use hairspray to keep my curls in. They drop after a couple of days. If it does drop a lot, I find that the front section is the part where it looks the worst and needs a little bit of extra oomph. So every couple of days, even sometimes every day, if I've slept funny on this front section, I will recurl it, brush it out, and I get really great use out of my style for my hair this way. I wear my hair to work like this, which is like a lot of the girls at work have asked me about the curls. So Sylvia, Mariam, I'm pretty sure Alexa mentioned it as well, Amanda, Henna. There's been so many people that have asked me about my hair. So there you guys go. I hope this was really helpful. If anybody has any more questions, or if any of the people that requested this video have any questions, definitely write them down below so that others can see your questions and I can reply to them. I really enjoyed filming this hair video for you guys. Finally, it's super duper easy. It's just a matter of getting the technique down. I know it can be really tricky, like for example with my sisters, I showed them about the way that I curl my hair, and I know that they struggled in the beginning to do it, and it really does. It's like anything, it's like makeup, everything takes practice. I have been curling my hair like this literally for years. I feel like curled hair just suits me and my personality and the way I dress, and makes me feel so good about myself. I feel like this flatters me so well. This is definitely my favorite way to wear my hair. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Snapchat. They are all Love Lady Lux. If you like this video, which I hope you did because so many people requested it, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified anytime I publish videos like this. If there's anything you'd like to see, make sure you request it so I can provide what you desire. This is Sharon from Love Lady Luxe, and I will see you next time. Mwah! Bye guys. Some of the sellers, and my bar is showing this part.